Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. So silver's price is still rising and hasn't pulled back yet at all. It's still appreciating more and more every day, stunning a lot of people thinking there was going to be a correction when it got around that $19 range, but now it's appreciating up to $20. And I actually think that silver is going to keep going higher, disregarding what everyone else says, especially those who see silver as more of a bearish market that doesn't have much potential to, rise that fast in price. But people also don't understand how the silver markets work and also all the underlying potential that has to come and that precious metals have to offer. So I want to talk a little bit about this because a lot of people coming into this market might be a little skeptical and a little curious, or maybe even a little, just confused on what's going on with the precious metals world right now. Well, there's several different things going on that all are playing in silver's factor to keep rising. Silver and gold are actually rising right now. Actually, platinum and palladium are also in the green right now. Everything's pretty much doing extremely well. And why is this? Well, a lot of people are looking towards safe haven investments, and silver is definitely the alternative to that. Stock market volatility drove a lot of people out of that market into precious metals, even if they're in the paper side of the precious metals world, still on ETFs, which stand for exchange traded funds. It's still precious metals to some extent. Obviously, us silver stackers, the core stackers, like the intrinsic value of the physical bullion. That's where we find the fundamental value lying, especially for long-term preservation of wealth and long-term, financial security. For many other reasons I'm not going to go on in this video. If you want to know about that, check out my other videos. But regardless, precious metals are definitely in a very interesting state right now. Spotlight is definitely in these markets. Media is finally covering it. People are hopping on board. And I think more people every day are starting to understand where it's going and the underlying value that it has to offer, not just as something that's shiny, not just because people can collect it as a hobby or coin roll hunting or whatever the case is, but it really is, a very beneficial used asset globally. Actually, we find silver used in so many different gadgets and electronics and the industrial world, medical world, colloidal silver, silver nanoparticles in our laptops and our cell phones, in space equipment and dental alloys, and it's used on a very wide spectrum, a lot larger than people understand. And the silver supply is actually a lot shorter than the last 3 years. The top three silver producers are actually abandoning silver mines, focusing on other assets or other metals that are more profitable. So the demand is extremely high, but the supply might not be able to meet the demand, which is even a higher risk for potential profits in the near future. So there's so many things going on right now with Hong Kong, with U.S.-China trade wars, stock market volatility. We also have several other factors as well that will be at play, and I'm curious to see where it's going to be heading in the next couple of years. I'm making this video to state a point that I definitely don't think that $20 silver is going to be the cap. I think it can go much higher. $25 silver by Thanksgiving is a video I made a couple days ago. It was an article written, I think, by Kitco, and that's something that I really think is going to be more possible than most people fathom, because around the holidays there's more people sitting at home researching extra money, the bonuses that are coming out, Christmas bonuses, and people are going to be looking for something. And right now precious metals are it. As profits keep rising, it's going to keep gaining more momentum and more attraction, more attractive to people looking to invest. Now the biggest question is this money going to be staying in the markets? Because that's where the longevity aspect of it comes in. If people start buying silver or collecting it, getting into it, even on the other side of it, the market side of it, and they continue to keep investing, then this could be very, very big news for precious metals. Not just the people that go into your coin shop and just sell some of their gold necklaces or go in and buy an American Eagle, just because they heard silver was up, but the people that are actually starting to see the bigger picture and will start stacking on a more serious note. You don't have to be an extremely successful, extremely serious silver stacker. Just people that even are buying it here and there and just are focused on the market or just aware of the market. I think awareness is one of the biggest factors, the most underlying factors that come into this, because the people that that look at it as just a figment attached to spot price as just a dollar amount, that's where they're missing the bigger point, the bigger picture. And I try to always talk about this because silver spot price really is irrelevant right now. We're investing in silver as the dollar's deflating from hyperinflation, so we're transferring our money into something that holds its value over time as the world or as our financial system is, basically just becoming more corrupt and burning to the ground. Now, it's an alternative that we have to take to preserve our wealth, because if we keep our money in fiat currency, then the purchasing power of the dollar is losing more value every single day. It's already lost nearly 98% of its purchasing power. So if you can put your money in precious metals, you'll be able to protect some of your wealth that way. And the people that don't understand that stuff is what scares me. A lot of people might be buying silver and gold right now, but they don't understand why. They're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. Monkey see, monkey do. But if they start understanding some of the stuff that I previously just mentioned, they'll really start learning how to invest the appropriate way, and they'll start understanding where the real value lies and how much potential is really in this market. Because yes, there's potential, to make a couple bucks here and there, maybe capitalize on some profits, over the next couple weeks, buying or selling. But once you start understanding the true underlying fundamental values that silver has, then the long-term perspective starts coming in, and you can really start making some earnings, and I'm not just talking about a couple $100s. In most silver pumpers, when they try to put these huge numbers in front of your face, they do it in a way that's very misleading and misrepresenting, and that will already set you up at a loss because you have unrealistic expectations on prices that are just never going to be happening. So I think when you start focusing on, its value apart from or detached from spot price, you can look at the true value. Because if you ever hold a 1 ounce silver coin in your hand and hold a $20 bill in the other hand, you can see that the $20 bill has nowhere near as much value as that 1 ounce of silver. And when I'm trying to detach, that perspective from silver's price away from fiat currency, then you can start looking at the metal content as the real source of value. Because once upon a time, silver was currency, that was value. Way before the dollar. Silver's been used as a means for trade and currency for 6,000 years, way before any type of financial system was in check. And whether you guys like it or not, no financial system has ever worked in any form of government ever. The dollar, especially with our system in place, is born to be put in debt, and we're trying to get ourselves out of debt by using more debt, and that's never going to work. We're pumping dollars into a system, leading us into hyperinflation, and that's where the problem lies. There's no way to get out of it now. The gold standard was our best hope, but obviously we got rid of that several years ago, so now we're just basically SOL. But all we can do is find an alternative, and that is precious metals. Nothing else even comes close to the alternative is precious metals, because everything else is stagnant to fiat currency. Stock markets are, even cryptocurrency is to some extent. I also got a little curious with that because I thought there was some fundamental values that cryptocurrency has to offer since it's global. It's like everyone in the world speaking the same language universally, but on a monetary system. Since Bitcoin's universal, it's not like there's the US dollar or the Canadian dollar or whatever. Bitcoin is universally accepted and traded instantly globally. I thought that was pretty interesting, but there's still some stuff that obviously is coming into light that is definitely dampering the market. So right now, the safest, smartest, most potential asset I see, even by far, is precious metals. And I hope you guys also understand and see this as well. I definitely think that more people will start understanding this. I'm trying to do my part and make educational videos, informational videos to make people more aware. And I also appreciate you guys that like these videos and subscribe and support this stuff to spread the message even farther. Also supporting all the other members in the silver stacking community on YouTube, all the other various people that are pumping out videos is spreading the same precious information. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm curious where you guys think silver is headed. Do you think there's going to be a correction soon, or do you think it's going to start jumping into the $30 range? And also, if prices do go to that $30 $15 range, are you going to be buying or selling? A lot of people might be selling because you're getting double, you've literally doubled your money if you bought at $15, and you might want to capitalize a little bit, but be careful when you do that. I've made some videos on how to protect yourself from doing that if you are looking to sell, and also how to buy safely, because it's really easy to buy, but selling is a whole different ball game. You have to have a much smarter game plan if you want to get the same types of profits back. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. I posted 2 other videos today, so go check those out as well. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.